Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Time it rolls along, you wanna hear my song. So welcome to my show. Welcome to Soraya's kitchen. The hottest stove in the world. It's filled with yummy fixins. My papas are fine. The food is scrumptious. The drinks are flowing and me, I'm even gorgeous. So welcome to my show. Welcome to my show. So welcome to my show. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat. Hi, my name is the super sexy, super fabulous, and super desirable Soraya Sobreidad. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my show, Holas. Well, you know, I always touch my hair. I'm gonna try not to do that too much today, but it's synthetic. Well, welcome to my show. It's been a long time. It's been a busy summer. You know, there's been a lot of things going on in the Perez Sobreidad residence here in Jackson Heights. You know, Junito Perez's mom passed away, and he was sick before that, and you know, so there's been a lot of flux and change, which is what life is all about, right? Flux and change, honey. So, you know, I just want to say this is the first video that we're doing, Junito and I, since his mom passed away, and you know, we're coping. I'm there for Junito, you know, that's my guy, that's my man. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's give the guy a hand. Let's hear it for my baby. You know you got to understand, yeah, oh. He's my only one man, whatever. That's Denise Williams, honey, she's so fierce. And so is Soraya Sobreidad. And so are all of you. And so was Junito Perez's mom, may she rest in peace. She's in a much better place. Miriam Montalvo, Miriam Perez, God bless you. You've taught Junito and I so much about being good people, good, wonderful, hardworking, to the best of our ability, non-judgmental people. You know what I mean? But she was fabulous, and we're going to miss her. I know Junito's going to miss her very much and has been missing her since she was ill for a while. So, okay? So this little video is dedicated to her and her fabulous fierceness, her fabulous cooking, which I'm sure Junito Perez was very much inspired by. I know he was. So let's go. Now, we have a little recipe here, and I'm doing this filming by myself. So it's going to be, the camera's going to fly around all over the place. Good thing is we're not really cooking anything. We're not at the stove or the oven. Good, because it's Labor Day weekend and it's hot and my makeup's already getting wet and, you know, whatever. But the girl's got to do what she's got to do, because a woman's got the strength and a woman's got the power, honey. And the power button is on that camcorder right there. Power right here, darling, and up there to help us with this video. So, we're doing Puerto Rican Sofrito, homemade, darling. Now, I had a couple of viewers say, girl, you're on this health kick, blah, blah, blah. What's up with the Goya Sofrito Recao? Yeah, what's up with that, right? It's the frozen one. It doesn't have modified food starch. It doesn't have coloring, but it does have a little bit of MSG, which I was allowing in my recipes to that extent. But, you know, my cooking show is about going back to basics, right? Finding the time for yourself and your family to make your food, prepare your food from scratch-orama. Like Fierce-orama recording, scratch-orama. Scratch, food from scratch, okay? Back to basics, to the best that we can, okay? And back to basics is such a transition. Look what I did with the Goya Sofrito Recao, right? I used it for a while. All right, whatever, it's a process. I just want to say that. The weight loss and, you know, better nutrition and a more fabulous lifestyle in whatever way you want to deem a more fabulous lifestyle to be is transitional. Just doesn't come like that, you know, like this didn't just come like that. Me, Soraya Sobreidad, you know, Junito Perez, a tall building, you know, everything had to be an idea and formulate it, and it changes and it grows, and the ebb and flow of life and change, right? And development and improvement. That's what you're all about. That's what we're about here at Soraya Sobreidad's Face Cooking Show. And today we're making a homemade based sofrito. It's a mix of the sofrito and recao in one mix. So what is sofrito and recao? It's the base, as I've stated many times, to the most delicious and lovely, delicious, fabulous, yummy Puerto Rican meals. It goes to your bean dishes, your rice dishes, it can go to vegetable dishes, it can go to casseroles. I think Italians have something similar, you know, very similar to a herb base that they use for a lot of their sauces and foods. Same thing with us Latinos, us Puerto Ricans. So I'm doing from scratch, okay? So now, I haven't done a video in a while, A, because I was nursing Junito back to health, still am. And B, I got the camera by myself and it's hot, you know, hello, my camera person got married and she's out of my life, she's out of my life. I don't know whether, I don't want to laugh, but I will. I have cried because she got married, she fell in love, and she's far away, so my camera person is not here. Rebecca, I miss you very much. So, you know, we gotta do. So, we're filming it ourselves. Now, I have a new boyfriend. Let me introduce you to my new boyfriend, honey. He is just so fierce. It's my Cuisinart. So we're making the sofrito, not in a blender, but in a food processor. I was lightly dating my Cuisinart for about a year and finally got around to really asking him some questions. He's HIV negative. He's sober. He works out at the gym. No, I'm just kidding. Doesn't do sugar. You know, he's monogamous. Just me and the Cuisinart. I'm the only one that touches his Cuisinart, and he's the only one that works for me and does what I need what I need to have done. So let's look at the Cuisinart. It's just such a cute little machine. I had him for so long. Look at him. He's so cute. Say hi, Cuisinart. I know, I'm crazy. I need the food talks and the appliances talk. So that's my little Cuisinart. That's what we're gonna use to make this fabulous recipe. So bear with me, guys. Here we go. The base to these Latino dishes is definitely a lot of herbs and spices. All right, I'm gonna go with the green ones first, and I hope you can get all this. This is freshly rinsed and cleaned cilantro. Okay, we have a whole big batch here of cilantro. Everybody's sure you've all seen cilantro. Lovely. What do we have? I bought 2 springs, so, and they're cleaned, all right, rinsed. And then this is hard to find, and this is like recao. And in the supermarket, they call this Dominican cilantro. I have nothing against Dominicans. I love them, honey. We're all in the same family. We are family. I got my recao and my cilantro with me. But I call this recao. Okay, the leaves are different than cilantro. They're long. They're a little spiky at the ends. This one is not as spiky as other ones that I find sometimes, but you can see the edges. They're different than your typical cilantro, which looks very much like parsley, right? It does. Okay, so these are the 2 greens. Now these 2 alone are like amazingly fabulous and delicious in Puerto Rican and Latino dishes. So, but we are using both. If you can only find one or the other, that's cute. But if you can find both, it's just more fabulous. So I'm gonna put this here. And then peppers. I don't use green pepper because I like color. So I'm using a bunch of red and a bunch of yellows. Okay? So that's cute. And then of course we're going to use garlic, and we're going to use onion. We're going to use some big Spanish onions. We're going to use that. Now because of the way I have been accustomed to seeing sofrito and recao, especially the store-bought brands, they do add a modified food starch to make it thicker. It's not necessary. But you know, it does kind of bring all the herbs and spices to a bind a little better. Better. So what I like to add is batata. I like to add a little bit of, this is like a potato, sweet potato. It's more exotic, it's cute, it's purple. I'm going to peel it. And I like adding this just it gives it a sweet, a little bit of a sweet, and it kind of just binds everything together really nicely. You don't have, this is optional. Many people I know do not put a starch in their recao and sofrito, but I like to do it because it just adds another touch of flavor. It's a little carby, but in comparison to all the herbs and spices we're going to use, this is going to be minimal. And it just kind of it just adds a little bit more of a touch of, to me, Latin flavor, and just kind of emulsifies, kind of brings it real cute and rounds everything out really sweet. In a sweet way too, exactly, but mellow, okay? And then mellow like me, darling. And then extra virgin like me too. Olive oil, Goya. Well, I always use Goya products, whatever. But we're gonna add maybe like a 1/4 cup to 1/8 cup, not a lot of fat, but just a little bit of fat. So when you drop these little cubes, because I'm gonna put them in ice cube trays, and I'll show you whatever. When you put them in these little cubes, a little bit of oil, a little bit of the batata, the starch, and all those herbs and spices, you let that brown a little bit, then you add your liquid ingredients for your beans or your rice, you add your spices, your powdered spices. Oh my God, it's just incredible. I mean, you can get a regular can of soup on the shelf, right? And you know, I buy reduced calorie soups when I'm in a pinch and I'm not gonna cook a soup. But I know it's gonna like really not have oomph to it, right? In most cases. So I add a little cube of the recao, of the frozen recao, and it just brings it to another level. It's like a interracial marriage of American and Latin. And you get this fusion of like Irish with a little bit of Puerto Rican in there, you know, whatever that soup is, darling. It could be a French onion soup, so right, it's kind of, okay, it's cute. Some progresso soup, alright, fine. But then you add a little cube of that Soraya Sobreidad, super sexy Sofrito, darling. Super sexy and fabulous Sofrito. And it brings it up to another level. Okay, and you have a nice little gluten-free sandwich with that. You're in a pinch, right? It's a good pinch for timing. And then, you know, it just brings everything up. I even put it in just sauteing vegetables. With cooking spray, it just brings it up to another level. Because I just love Latin flavors. And I love Latin flavors in my mouth every day, honey. Okay, so let's go into like bringing everything into the food processor. But before we do that, I'm going to cut up some onion. And I'm going to do a little trick with some garlic. So I'll be right back. I'm so glad you're with me. Hi, we'll be back. I have a new knife too. It's a new boyfriend as well. Now actually, the name of this knife is called Flip. Dedicating it to Flip Wilson. Okay. So, it's a Wusthof knife. Woo. Yeah, it's fierce. So, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take a clove of garlic. Hi. And this little trick I learned recently. We're going to take a little clove of garlic and we're going to just slightly cut the ends there, right? Just like that. We're going to take the other side. Careful. Just going to cut it. It's a little hard now. You got to be careful now. It's a sharp knife. I'll tell you, the knives Junita Perez we're using. The knives Junita Perez has, they're like from Scissor that he stole back in the 80s. I'm like, why did you steal these knives? You had your own business. Like, what was the point? Like, crazy knives, honey. That's what we had here. Anyway. So, then you take the clove of garlic and you just open her up, right? Nice. You separate them. Okay? They're all a family, but now they're going to be separated a little bit. But they're going to be added together. They're going to come back together in this dish. That's cute. So, let me just... And then you put them in a pan like this. The skin's still on. But you put them all in here like this. Right? Then you cover it, right? Then we take the camera and we go like this. Watch. It's a trick. We shake the heck out of it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your garlic. Shake your garlic. Oh, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the heck out of it. You get a nice aerobic workout. And then what happens? Whoa, they have the skins come off. So you take them out, like, and the reason why we do this, and you know, this is such a cute trick, is because the in the cutting board, if you're cutting and all of that, the garlic ends up going on the cutting board, right? All the oil, you know. So then we're gonna drop these into the food processor, and it's gonna mix with everything else, right? So it's gonna be very cute, right? So that's my little trick. It works. See, they have the skins off, and it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. The skin comes right off. See, I'm shaking. You just cut the each end. You shake, shake, shake. Your little aerobic workout. You have your man and your woman in the kitchen. You're shaking that booty to the left, to the right. Ooh, honey. So the Cuisinarts are really something else because it's not gonna work unless everything is connected. So if this is off just a little bit, it's not gonna work. It has to click. Everything has to click, honey. Just like relationships, honey. For it to work, you gotta click, right? So it works. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start with my greens, and I'm gonna take the cover off. Okay, I'm gonna start with the regular cilantro, the ones that I'm accustomed to, and just put them in. And we're making all of it. So that's why I'm saying we may have to put some in that in the caldero and then mix it up and blah blah blah. And remember, with the Cuisinarts, it's gotta click. Put that to the side, darling. Let's go to an angle like that. How cute! Oh my god! And you know, I'm gonna put this here. And we're gonna go. Look how fast! My boyfriend is so fast. He's so fast and efficient. I love him. Look at that. I'm gonna put all the cilantro in there. You see how we had that big old batch, and it just went down to that. Fine. That's cute. It's gotta click. It's good. I like getting my greens first. See, honey, look how that went. It's just so fast. I love you, papi. You work for Soraya. You help me, papito. Like my good friend, I'm gonna say his name. I don't care anymore. Boris Pinto. He came with Junito to the funeral. I mean, he was such a trooper. I mean, Junito Perez's mom loved him. Loved him. So he's such a good friend, just like my Cuisinart. My Cuisinart's such a good friend. This is the Dominican cilantro. That goes in there. I like doing my greens first. I like seeing the colors as they're progressing. And to get this moving, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and we're putting it through that tube because it kind of drips slowly. And the liquid of that is gonna help the cilantro get going. It just drips down. And now we're gonna put in the onion. Now, I'm going to take this out. We're going to add the garlic. For the garlic trick that I showed you, make sure that both ends of the garlic when it's cut, and then when you shake it, the skin comes off. Okay? Onion there, that's okay. Now, I'm going to stop that because I'm going to move this along with the red pepper. Hold on, honey. Actually, I'm going to take this one off. Yeah, I just changed it. I prefer this color. This doesn't have everything, because I like just throwing everything in, honey. I'm in a rush. When you take the cover off, she turns on. Let's put more of the red. Almost done. Remember, it's gotta click for it to work. Click. It's kind of cool. We had her on on. We took the cover off, and when we clicked, the machine came right back on. I'm still getting accustomed to my new lover. Here she goes. Some yellow. Okay, packing it up. pretty colors. Nice, nice. She's coming together just for me. Meaning the Sofrito is the she, the cuisinart is the he. Oh, there she goes. Oh, Lord. Cooking is really my game, darling. Ooh, child. That. Let that come down. And then we're going to add the patata. Remember what I said, sweet potato? We're done. We're done. I just want to get this to the top like that. Oh my god, I made such a mess in this kitchen. Isn't that beautiful? See everything. Hi! Oh god, I'm so hot. What else is new? Yeah, so the cuisinart just did everything. Look how beautiful. I mean, and then you just stir it, and you know, I made, and then you just put them here like that. You just spoon it. But I made some empanadas for Junito Perez's co-workers at work. And I made the empanadas, the meat filling. I made it for the, it was the first time making the meat filling without store brand Sofrito and recao. I made it with, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm spooning it here like that. But I made it with my own recao and sofrito, you know, raw sofrito. And it came out so delicious. It tasted so different. It tasted really wholesome. It tasted, everybody at work was like, because I've made empanadas before. You just, again, it's when you just, I made empanadas before with the store brand. I'm not gonna mention the brand anymore. Of recao and sofrito, and they came out so delicious. They were just absolutely like divine. And Junito Perez, but yeah, this is what we do. You just spoon them, and then you cover them with saran wrap or aluminum foil, and then you put them in the freezer. And then when you need them, you pop them out. But what I like to do, and I'm going to show you when I'm done with these, is that I like to pop them out of the, you know, the trays, and then put them in plastic bags in the freezer. And then what I do is I like taking some to friends. Like now that I'm making it, I'm, you know, showing off to everybody. No, it's an act of love. You know, you bring cupcakes, you bring a bottle of wine. Well, I bring sofrito, my own, you know, homemade sofrito. So, you know, so people get kind of used to the taste. My friends are like, wow, that's really amazing. I've been doing it a few times. Bringing it to a friend's house. And you put these and you wrap them in saran wrap and or aluminum foil, and you cover it with a plastic bag to make sure, because the smell of this is quite aromatic, and you don't want the aroma to transfer to your other frozen food items where everything should be covered, right? But you do want to do that. And I made a mess here too, but that's okay. It's Soraya's kitchen, I can do whatever I want. So you put the trays, see how they're cute? And you see the color? You see how cute the color is? You see the brown, the red, the brown of the batata. It's just lovely. And you know, you put them all in ice trays or tubs, and you freeze them. Or you leave some in the refrigerator. They're not gonna last too long because there's no preservatives in here. So if it's like this in the refrigerator, maybe 3 to 4 days, 5 days the max. I use like 4 yellow peppers, 4 orange, 4 red, 4 yellow. I use like 2 big onions and about 2 whole things of garlic and a 1/4 cup of olive oil to this mix, okay? And 2 sprigs of the recao, 2 sprigs of the cilantro. Yes, I put them in the trays. I'm going to put them in the freezer. But when they're frozen, this is what they look like. I have them in a bag in the freezer. And they're cute, these cute little cubes. Of course, right? Like ice cubes. But this is what they look like. They're so cute. And then you just throw them in a caldero, honey. throw them in a caldero, put them, you know, in a dish, whatever it is that you're making. And these are the little cubes of fresh sofrito. So this concludes Soraya's recipe, darling, of super sexy and slamming Soraya Sobreidad sofrito. Homemade, darling, and just a wonderful addition to any dish, Latin dish, rice, bean, vegetable dish, a casserole dish. It just brings up the flavor, and it's all natural with natural ingredients. So I want to thank you for coming. God bless my kitchen and all its nooks, and God bless all my viewers who, like me, love to cook. Take care. Bye. Mwah. Love you. Bye.